Good morning. My name is Sophia Sandoval, and I have the absolute pleasure of introducing one of my best friends, Brianna. She is not only my designated Spanish compañera, but also the entire Spanish class's background music, and although Mr. Harbour may not appreciate the acoustics, Brie is the highlight of my day. She is funny and kind and is always there when you need advice or even a hug. I'm continually in awe of Brie's grace at ballet, her gorgeous blonde hair, and her contagious smile. I know this speech will be just as great as she is, so without further delay, I give you our very own boot-loving, sleep-talking, nutcracker star, Brianna Ray Voldeng.
If someone were to ask you which celebrity has had the most influence on your life, you might say Taylor Swift, Kim Kardashian, or even Jacob Elordi. But mine is none other than the pop sensation, Hannah Montana. While this icon might not be anything more than a TV character from your childhood, that is only where it began for me. I spent years performing her songs in my living room for my family, with Anna Harwell role-playing Miley as I was Hannah. I dressed up in her iconic metallic jacket for many Halloweens and even begged my mother to buy me the entire Hannah Montana clothing collection from Kohl's. Many of you are probably confused as to why an 18-year-old girl would be saying the most influential celebrity in her life is one of the many roles of Miley Cyrus from her childhood. But Hannah's influence did not stop after the closing of the show. Hannah still continues to influence my life, so much so that she was my #1 artist sophomore year. More specifically, Hannah's songs have had more of an influence on me than one may think. They have taught me valuable lessons that have shaped who I am today, but my love for Hannah ultimately comes from how much I relate to her. Just like Hannah, I have blonde hair, a big personality, and I'm an amazing singer, even though some might disagree. But aside from looks and talents, I too have a double life: school and ballet. For as long as I can remember, I have been in dance classes. Ballet, jazz, modern, flamenco, just to name a few. When I was little, my friends were in some of my classes, but as we grew up, they all seemed to grow out of dance, to find new sports like soccer, lacrosse, and basketball. But I stayed in my dance classes. People continued to ask me what sports I played, and my response was always, "Oh, I'm a dancer," which was usually met with, "Isn't that just for little kids?" These types of responses made me want to hide that part of my double life. Like Miley, Hannah was a separate life for her. As soon as she put on her blonde wig, bedazzled boots, and metallic jacket, she was exciting, adventurous, and always looking for fun. But she hid that side of her around her friends, teachers, and classmates because she felt that it was the best way for her to balance being an ordinary girl and a worldwide pop star. Similarly, I felt I had to separate my two lives: school Brie and ballet Brie. At school, I was quiet, studious, and reserved, but at ballet, I was obnoxiously loud, energetic, and always having fun. For a while, I kept this separation. I let the judgment of others dictate how I lived my life. Well, my two lives. This lasted for a few years, but eventually it became too stressful to keep up with both school Brie and ballet Brie. Sadly, the series came to a close with Hannah Montana, the movie. For those who are unfamiliar with this staple of our generation, Miley becomes overwhelmed with her double life, managing both herself and Hannah. So her father takes her back to Tennessee to find herself again. While having to switch back and forth from Miley to Hannah multiple times in one day, she realized that it is not worth it. Splitting the two sides of herself just to please others is not worth losing who she is. She finishes out the movie by ripping off her iconic blonde wig to perform her hit song, The Climb, where she sings about how it does not matter where you end up in the future or who you will be, but instead, life is about the moments that make you the happiest on your journey. While I did not perform in front of an entire county fair, I too had this realization where I wondered who I wanted to be, based on what made me the happiest. So I asked myself, to Brie or not to Brie? That is the question. Just like Miley, I chose that it is not worth losing yourself to see validation in others. Instead of separating my two lives, I am loud, somewhat studious, and energetic at both school and the studio. I no longer balance ballet Brie and school Brie. It is just Brie, and I can confidently say that I truly have the best of both worlds. To my family and class of 2024, thank you for putting up with me every day and never making me feel like I need to leave a part of myself behind around you. Thank you for letting me scream and channel my inner pop star to sing as loud as I want in the den, even though I know y'all definitely do not want to hear it. I truly could not have asked for better people to have shared my past 13 years with, and I know that I will take y'all with me wherever I go. I love y'all. Thank you.